With the Giants on a bye week right now, I thought it was a great time to do a record prediction for the rest of the regular season. We'll also take a look at the playoff picture. Knew the Giants might face up against in the wild card weekend. So I want everyone watching right now to predict the Giants record in the comment section when week 18 is over. What will the Giants record be at the end of the season? I want the real ones to sound off right now. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. The Giants are on a bye week, so that was a good time to look at the record, the upcoming schedule, and potential playoff picture. That's what we're going to do on today's show. I'm going to give you my final record prediction for Big Blue, and we'll take a look at who they might match up against in the wild card weekend of the NFL playoffs if they get there. The Giants, they are on a bye week right now. They got the Texans in week 10, and I'm calling that a W. Look, the Texans, they're not a good football team. They're not. They're just not a good football team, and that would bring the record for the Giants up to 7-2. When you play teams like the Texans that are weaker than you at every position, honestly, you're better at quarterback, you're better at offensive line, you're better at running back, probably not better at receiver, but every other position, you're better than them. You got to take advantage. This has to be a win if you want to make the playoffs. I got the Giants winning at 7-2. Week 11, you play against the 1-6 currently Detroit Lions. It's got to be a win. You got to beat the Detroit Lions. I know they're tough. I know they're about grit. I know Dan Campbell wants to eat some kneecaps, but that has to be a win. You have to find a way to win the games that you're supposed to win. Giants will be favored against the Texans. Giants will be favored against the Detroit Lions. You have to win those two football games, and I think the Giants will. I think Brian Daboll will get the troops ready. I think Daniel Jones will start to become the type of player that he's going to be. I think the Giants, after Week 11, will be 8-2. Don't jinx it. You want the Giants to make the playoffs. You want the Giants to keep winning football games, sub for dubs. We're trying to get to 19,000 subs on the channel, and we're almost there. If you're not subscribed, change it. Hit that big red button. And if you are subscribed, I want you to type me in the comment section right now so I know who the real ones are. Week 12, I unfortunately have this as a loss. I have to be objective. I wish I could just say the Giants are going to win every single football game. Cowboys look good. They're getting Dak back. They're getting healthy. A loss to the Cowboys would bring the Giants to 8-3. It's a game on Thanksgiving. Do I think the Giants can win? No doubt about it. I think they can win. I am just unfortunately predicting them to lose this football game. I think it's going to be a tough win, no doubt about it. Can they win? I want to make that abundantly clear. The Giants can win this football game. It's my job to predict it. And unfortunately, I have the Giants losing this football game. I do want to tell you guys, though, about a proud new sponsor we have here on the channel, and that is Established Titles. Established Titles is an awesome sponsor. You can become a lord or a lady if you sign up for Established Title, a fun and novel way to preserve the reforestation efforts in Scotland. Grab a plot of Scottish land next to me and become an official lord or a lady. You can get that on your driver's license. You can get that on your plane tickets. You can also get it on your dating profile. So if you need to just improve your dating profile a little bit, you can do that. And the best part is the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will get their tree planted within walking distance of mine. Depending on how many of you want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our little Giants Now kingdom of real ones. Save an extra 10% off. It is a perfect holiday gift. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat. That's the only way the deal will apply. You got to use the promo code chat, establishedtitles.com/chat. Get your tree planted in mine. Grab a plot of Scottish land next to me. Become a lord or a lady. Just be a real one. Support the channel. Help us out. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat. Week 13, the Giants are going to face off against the Washington Commanders, and I have that as a win for the New York Football Giants. Look, another game you got to win. another team that you're better than. A win against the Commanders would bring you to 9-3. 9-3, and I don't think that I'm being any bit of a homer in this video so far. You could beat the Lions. You could beat the Texans. You could beat the Commanders. Those are games you're going to have to win if you truly want to make a playoff push in the NFC. I have the Giants winning Week 13 against Taylor Heineke and the Washington Commanders. 9-3 going into Week 14, a division matchup against a division rival. I freaking hate saying this. I hate it, but it's going to be a tough game for the Giants. Eagles are really, really good, guys. They're just further along in their development than we are. They are further along in their ascension to being a complete football team than the Giants are. The Giants are losing this game. So after Week 14, the Giants would be 9-4. Can you beat the Eagles? Absolutely. They're a beatable football team. I just don't see the Giants winning this game, but there's definitely a chance that they could. I hate saying that we're going to lose to the Eagles, but I hate the Eagles even more overall. If you hate the Eagles like I hate the Eagles, I want you to type F Philly in the comment section right now. If you hate the Eagles, I want you to type F Philly in the comment section right now. Week 15, after one off week, you play the Commanders 2 times in a 3-week stretch. I think you beat them 2 times. You're just better than them. You're better coached. You're just a better team. You're a better organization. Win the games you're supposed to win. The Commanders is a game that you are supposed to win. I have the Giants sweeping the Commanders this year, and after Week 14, I have the Giants at 10-4. Week 16 is going to be a tough game against the Minnesota Vikings. They're a good team. Elite playmakers on offense. The trade for TJ Hawkinson. And like, I keep saying this over and over again. Can you beat the Vikings? For sure. Keep the game close in the fourth quarter. Continue to grind out games that you have. Continue to outcoach them. I think Brian Daboll is just as good of a coach as they have, if not a little bit better. I think you can beat them. But if I had to put my money where my mouth was, I would bet on the Vikings to win this game, and that brings the Giants' record to 10-5. Week 17, a game that I thought prior to the season the Giants stood no chance against the Colts. The Colts were a team that I thought were going to be really good. The injuries to Jonathan Taylor have kind of set them back a little bit. Giants are winning this game. No Matt Ryan, Sam Ehlinger under center. Giants are winning this football game. After Week 17, your team is 11-5, according to Lord Marshy. Get hooked up with Established Titles, establishedtitles.com/chat. Week 18, I have the Giants beating the Philadelphia Eagles, and the reason I have that is because I think the Eagles are going to be resting their starters in Week 18. That's just what I think. I think the Eagles are going to have the division wrapped up. I think they'll be resting their starters going into Week 18, and the Giants will finish the regular season at 12-5 and will clinch a playoff spot. Beat the Eagles in Week 18. They're resting their starters. Giants end up at 12-5. Make sure you guys give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I'm going to follow everybody back from this video that gives me a follow. All you got to do is just DM me and say playoffs. DM me on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_ and say playoffs. And I will make sure to give you a follow back at @MarshallGreen_. I'm trying to get to 2,400 followers. Give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_. And for a follow back, just DM me playoffs. These are the current NFC standings. The Philadelphia Eagles, they right now are at the tops of the NFC East. The Minnesota Vikings are at the top of the NFC North. The Seattle Seahawks are atop of the NFC West. And the 4-4 Atlanta Falcons are at the top of the NFC South, which means that the wild card standings currently look like this. Dallas Cowboys are at 6-2. The Giants are at 6-2. And the San Francisco 49ers are going to clinch. If the playoffs ended today, theoretically, the 49ers would clinch that last spot in the wild card position. And with the Giants being the 6th seed, they would play the 3 seed in the wild card weekend, which would be a rematch of the last game. Giants at Seahawks in Seattle, Washington. A healthy Evan Neal. You get better at receiver. You get more accustomed. You get back Azeez Ojulari. You get healthy. You get right. You're telling me the Giants can't beat the Seahawks in a playoff game? They should have won the game last week if they didn't fumble 2 times on special teams. If the season ended today, the Giants would be in the playoffs, and they would be matched up against the Seattle Seahawks. Not an easy win, no doubt about it, but a very, very winnable game. So I want to ask you guys this question before we bounce on out of here. Can the Giants beat the Seahawks in the playoffs? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I want to hear from all the real ones right now.